Okay, how you doing today? I just want to talk to you about a commercial. Yes, a commercial. This is that AT&T commercial about internet access. I was having a conversation with my mother a few days ago, and she just so happened to have this service. Well, in the commercial, it states that the family was at home, getting online, being able to connect. Then it proceeded for them to be at a coffee shop or some outside venue, eating, having a brunch, also getting online. Well, that commercial really never pinpointed why, how, and what it takes to do those things. Okay? Then think about it. You hear all these terms constantly. Wireless, hotspot, Wi-Fi, wireless A, wireless B, wireless N plus A plus B, wireless H. How much more as a society are we going to take with these terms, which we might not know what they mean? So what I decided to do today is simply break down some of these terms. All right. First, let's talk about wireless. What is the word wireless? By definition, wireless just simply means gaining access without a physical cord being present. As I have right here is a cord. This big long thing right here is a cord. If you see the end of it, it looks similar to a phone jack. Well, it's considered an RJ45 connection. From definition, I like to say it's a fat phone jack. Easy to say. Fat phone jack. Well, this is what wireless stops you from using. You can literally throw it away. Poof, it's gone. And wireless allows you to get online without that physical cord. Well, when you go into Best Buy, H.H. Gregg, Sears, any store that sells electronic devices, they're always trying to shove something down your face. Wireless. Wireless G. Wireless N. What are the benefits? What are the downsides? Why do I need it? Do I need it? I just want to check my email from my porch. What is all these terms? So, let's talk about them. Wireless is just simply for you to get online. That's all wireless is. Get online without a physical cord. Now, let's think about some of these other terms they talk about. For instance, you have Wi-Fi. What is Wi-Fi? I always hear this word used. We have Wi-Fi service. But what is the difference between Wi-Fi and wireless internet? As you can see, Wi-Fi. That's how it's spelled. Are you serious? But on the surface, don't worry. Wi-Fi is just a wireless network that does not travel as far as a regular wireless network. So, in essence, that when you hear the word Wi-Fi, think of wireless connection. When you drive by, I know I've seen this big sign on some type of restaurant that says Hotspot Wi-Fi enabled. Well, Wi-Fi just means while you own that physical property, which is a small area, you are allowed to get online and get a pretty good signal connection. Be able to check your email, download videos, etc., etc., as you would do as if you were at home. So, Wi-Fi and wireless is just simply the distance. They're the exact same thing. Wi-Fi is wireless. A wireless router, a wireless network where you see at Best Buy and all these other commercial electronic stores is the same thing. It's just that the distance that a wireless router provides is greater than what Wi-Fi provides. It's the same thing. So don't fret. You now just realize what a wireless router is and what Wi-Fi is. Quick, simple definition. And when you see these devices, normally you get this. You get a little bitty router with two little bitty antennas on top. Well, these antennas are used for wireless connection. Wireless connection. And it also can be used for a Wi-Fi area. Again, Wi-Fi is just the distance. Just the distance. That's all it does. Okay. Let's talk about one more term here. Hotspot. What is a hotspot? How do I get a hotspot? Question. Do I even want a hotspot? So the definition of hotspot is simply this: Wi-Fi might cover an area. You might have a strong enough signal where a lot of antennas allow it to cover a general area. Okay? Well, the point where that signal is the strongest and the near vicinity around that area is considered a hotspot. So, with a hotspot, that means it allows you to get online, surf like you normally would. So, when you hear the term hotspot, in essence, they just mean Wi-Fi, which is a short distance of a wireless network. All these terms. So, just remember this, and you will be A-OK. You get online without a cord. That's it. So when you hear wireless, when you hear hotspot, when you hear Wi-Fi, just know it allows you to get online. That's all it does. Now comes the business part of it, which is very integral when it comes to getting online. You have AT&T, you have Sprint, you have Allied, you have Insight, you have Comcast, you have etc., etc., etc. The list goes on and on and on. Well, this is just for billing purposes. When you see, for instance, you see Starbucks that says Wi-Fi enabled hotspot ready, we know I can get online, flat out. Well, back to my previous example of the AT&T commercial, where it talked about a Wi-Fi location. All it means is you do not have to pay at that location, because with your service being through AT&T, it automatically connects you to that Wi-Fi. And if you're close to the source of it, usually behind the counter somewhere, is the hotspot, which gives you a great connection. In other words, when you see that, you do not have to pay. But if you go to McDonald's and their Wi-Fi is sponsored by AT&T, by Verizon, that means you have to pay for it. So, with that being said, I hope you learned something in this short video. I wanted to explain to you these few terms. That way, now when you hear them, you're driving by, you'll get a little understanding of what they mean. You want to ask your 10-year-old child, what does that mean? So, to further ado, I hope you enjoyed this short video.